Look at the front where it says Ames real big. Alright, today everyone, I'm out here in Benbrook, Texas. I'm just outside of Fort Worth. And I thought I would take you on a little tour of this antique mall. It's the Benbrook Antique Mall. I've been here a few times. I've actually purchased a few things from this place in the past. And I really like this place a lot. It's actually in an old Walmart, like a really old Walmart. Kind of like that abandoned one that we explored out there in Arkansas. It's the same design as it. And it closed numerous years ago for a bigger store literally right up the road. And it's nice to see that this place wasn't left abandoned. It was repurposed, and I'll tell you, the people that run this antique mall are very nice. They're very friendly, always willing to help you out. Prices are fair here compared to the other ones as well. And I always seem to have a pretty good experience every time I walk in here. Now, unfortunately, today I'm by myself. I don't have anybody with me. Normally, when we go to the antique malls, it's usually Kayla's mom, and her brother, and unfortunately none of them could join me today. Kayla and her mother are getting their hair done by a good friend, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they look when they are finished. And my brother was busy at home with other things, so I thought I'd just come out here and do a video for you guys and show you around this place. It's a pretty cool place. So let's go inside and check it out and get out of this heat where it's 102. Yeah, you can see by the front of the building how it resembles that Walmart that we did in Arkansas that used to be abandoned, which is now a Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. You may have seen the video. I even got the bee friend out for this ride. She's running good, even in this extreme Texas heat. But that's okay. Let's go inside the air conditioning. It's pretty awesome in there. Yeah, now you really get a good look at it. It looks just like that Walmart. Let's see how it looks inside. It still resembles it from the past. It's just with all their shelves and goodies in here. Look at that. Love that fountain. Great way to welcome you in. Wow. Oh yeah, that AC feels wonderful. And just look at all the goodies they have in here. This place is just loaded full of gems. These lamps are something else. I like these. Look at all the old CDs they have in here. Merle Haggard, Frank Sinatra. And they just go on for aisles and aisles. Look at the Western wear, the cowboy hat, cowboy boots, these pillows. Now I'll tell you, I won't be able to show you everything in here, or we would be in here for hours. I can spend a couple of hours just walking around looking at everything in here. Look at the cowboy hats. I'm so happy to have my own now. I bought it recently at another antique mall. You may have seen the video I did there last year. It was the 377 Antique Mall down in Stephenville. That's where I found it, and I love it. Here's a picture of me wearing it just for laughs. But this place is phenomenal. I love the cultural items you'll find in here too, from the Native Americans to the Texans way back when. Native Texans. It's a great store. That's pretty cool. Check out these shirts over here too. The redhead and Wrangler shirts, they're supposed to look like the Texas flag. That one's supposed to, I guess, look like the American flag. Pretty awesome. Merry Christmas. They do have some patriotic items in here too, but notice all the Christmas goodies in here. Oh, we're halfway there. It is July 2nd, as a matter of fact. It's 4th of July weekend when we're here. That's pretty cool. That's a place I've been wanting to go to, the stockyards. I'm hoping we can do that on this trip. Anyway, moving on. Look, more glasses. Oh, these are Whataburger Christmas glasses. Look at that. How cool is that? And that's the thing, you'll find a lot of things from the area here, but you'd be surprised at what you find that's from out of the area and out of state. I found a few things over the few times I've been here, but that's the fun of coming here. Look at this old Sears truck, for crying out loud. Wow. That is cool. I never seen one like that. But that's the joy of this place. You never know what you'll find, and every time I come in here, there's always something different. I love this stocking of the Cowboy Boot. You know, as badly as I want to bring that truck home, for $125, Kayla would kill me if I spent that much on that truck. Though it's cool, and it would go right along with our Toys R Us one that we found at the 377 Antique Mall a couple years ago. That's a lot of money to drop on that, and I love Kayla, so I'd prefer to her not being mad at me. Now, if you're a fan of Star Wars or Hot Wheels or coin collecting, this is the booth for you. I'd never even seen a poster like this one. Check that one out, too. Aren't these awesome? They got a few Action Comics, Call of Duty, but not just that, though. They got NASCAR goodies in here, but then look at all the Star Wars goodies in here. They got tons. And then Hot Wheels. I see the Sega one here. Check that out. That's an oldie, but a goodie. Pictionary. Oh, that air conditioner feels good. Oh, it's a fan. Look at that, though, from Star Trek, too. Very cool. Here's some more coins in here. Look at that, Philippines, 1 peso. Lots of collector coins in there. Look at this, from Home Improvement. Oh, that's awesome. More coins and paper bills in there. Look, that $2 bill with the red print on it. My grandfather had one of those. We still have it in our family. That thing is worth some money. Obviously, not $2, but more than that. But we have one of those. I know they're very hard to come by. And when we step over here, looking into this booth, I fell in love with that Nightwish poster immediately. I like Nightwish. They're a great metal band. They're a melodic metal band, kind of like Epica, which I love to death. So, very cool. And then they have that big Led Zeppelin poster. I know my mother-in-law would love that. So, I just texted Kayla and sent her a picture of that. She said that's really awesome too, so we may buy that. I may buy that and take that home, but I'm going to walk around first and show you other things before I make a decision on that. Like I said, I won't be able to show you everything in here because of how large this place is, but I'll give you a little rundown here. You got old comic books in here, more Hot Wheels, a lot of toys. You'll see that throughout here. My goodness, look at this old TV, still working too. Little black and white TV. That is awesome. Anyway, let's continue on. Very cool store. Love those Longhorn plates. My goodness, we had a clock just like this from the Outer Banks. It had the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse on it. Very cool. And I know people have said in the past, oh, I love that dish. I know people have said in the past, oh, when you do Antique Mall videos, I wish you could show more. You walk past some of the things I'd like to look at. And keep in mind, guys, I apologize if I do that. If I showed everything, I would be in here for several hours. But, yeah, you know, the best thing I could say is try and get out to your local antique mall. Support a local business, family-run business, because you never know what you'll find out there. You might be surprised. Check out this old Lotto Buster machine. Place Lotto slip here, you could be the next millionaire. Not affiliated with any state lottery. It's just for fun, but look at that. This would be great for like just a raffle or for like a street fair or whatever, for a good cause, a good fundraising campaign. That is really cool, though. That is really cool. I never seen anything quite like that before. Old Pepsi glasses. You'll find a lot of old stuff like that in here. Oh boy. Look at that old Dannon cup. Buick. That's cool. A lot of NASCAR and Hot Wheels stuff. That's the thing I do tend to notice in here. There's a lot of NASCAR and Hot Wheels. A lot of glasses too. A lot of glassware and dishware. Well, that didn't take long. My boss, who likes to collect college sports memorabilia, has me getting him that and that. I vaguely remember getting a couple of these last year of different college teams, so these two right here, they're going home with me. Now that is some vintage furniture. That chair is popping. Anyway, continuing on, you see just how far down this goes. It's the whole length of the store. The whole size of the store, as a matter of fact. As a matter of fact, I didn't even go up this way yet, which I typically like to do. I like to go up and down all the aisles. You see all the tape they had on the floor from when it was Walmart. It's common to find a lot of old furniture, a lot of old electronics, and hardware and tools. You'll find quite a lot of that in here. Sometimes, and a lot of old signage too, I've noticed. But that's the perk of coming in here. Look at these old phones. We had one just like this one here. I love the Cy Robertson doll. That's hilarious, but I love the maracas too. That's very cool. You'll find a little bit of everything in here. Being in Texas, you'll find a lot of Texas culture, Native American culture, and Hispanic culture. So seeing these are pretty cool. And they want $25 for them, but they're original. Pretty cool. I like them. This was exactly what I was talking about. I love that painting. They have some good artwork in this one. The Western Wagon. That's a step back in time for sure. Look at all that. They have more Star Wars goodies. Got a few items in here. This is a great place for the Star Wars fan. Lots of CDs, old collectible money, flashy furniture. Very awesome. Oh, I like that back there, that painting. Texas on it. Raggedy Ann. Lots of jars, mason jars, canning jars. Very good. Very good. Being a rail fan, that is awesome. And so is this one back here. That's cool. I like that. They have a lot of goodies in here. There's a lot of furniture down this way. Wow, look at this, guys. Check this out. Wow. Being a percussionist, I have to say that's badass. That I would take. I just don't need all that much more stuff. Even though I'm in here and I'm shopping, I know I'm going to take something home. As much as I want that, I need to hold off on it. That is cool, though. That's awesome. This whole store is awesome. Look at all the kitchen towels here, all the different kinds. I like this one with the sea turtles on it. That's awesome. This place is awesome. They have a lot of golf gear here too. Look at all the golf clubs, shirts, hats, you name it. Now we head up this way, back towards the front of the store. I like the way they have this laid out too. It's relatively easy to work your way through this one. Oh, we found old license plates. You know, I like old license plates. I'm just curious how an Ohio one made it. Oh, the pair, that's even better. These are from when I was a kid. How they made it down here, I do not know. But I do like the plates. Very cool. Can't even get away from Ohio and Texas. No offense. I love you, Ohio. Now that is a license plate. Look at that. Alaska Gold Rush. Wow. Look at that old New Hampshire plate too. $30. Wow. That is cool. I like that a lot. They got a couple of good plates on there. Look at that old Michigan one from '76. Wow. The old North Carolina one from 1933. Wow-wee. Iowa, 64. Wow-wee. This person got some great license plates here. The old Maryland one. Iowa. 1945. I think that's Connecticut. There's an old Texas one. Wow. Some goodies in here. Look how... Wow! That's cool. I wish they still made them like that. I love old license plates. Look at that. Ain't that something? Old Vermont. That looks like, what's this? Oklahoma? Rhode Island. Okay. These plates are fantastic. Look at that old Alabama one. That's awesome. Arizona. What's the one behind it? British Columbia. To our friends in Canada. Very cool. Old Vermont. Tennessee. I remember seeing those a few times when I was young. Land of Lincoln. Green Mountain. What's that last one behind it? South Dakota. Wow. They have several more plates in here. These all seem to be Texas, though. Oh, no, I saw an Iowa one. Old Massachusetts. New Hampshire. Very cool. Really like this guy's collection. Florida. University of Florida. Guam. Wow. Very cool. Even in Texas, I find an old Pennsylvania plate. 2 of them. Jeez. Their 4th of July Patriotic Displays looking very nice. More back here, too. I like it. This vendor has a lot of jewelry in here. Plenty of jewelry. Cool. Vintage fishing lures. Pocket knives. I have fishing rods in here, too. Vintage fishing rods. Cool little collectibles. Sturgis. Wow. It's a lot closer to here than to Pennsylvania, I would imagine. One of my coworkers went to Sturgis years ago. Oh, here we go. Look at all these plates up here. I love license plates. Look at all these. The old Arkansas one. That Wyoming one. Boy, they got some good ones in here. Texas. I saw an Ohio one right in front of me. Where is it now? Now I don't see it anymore. Got Nebraska. Oh, there it is. Right there. Wow. They have all kinds of old books. A lot of vendors have books in here. I've barely shown any, but there are a lot of books in this building. Maybe something you'd be interested in. No skateboarding. That's right. Don't do it. Well, at least don't do it in here. I don't care if you skateboard. Just don't do it in the store. Okay? Cool? Now that is a find. Look at that. That is old. I know we don't care for Walmart nowadays, but that is cool with the vintage logo on it. It's 25 bucks, but I think it's on sale actually for 25% off. I am so buying that because that's a vintage truck there. Walmart used to be cool when they had that logo, then they stopped being cool a long time after. Well, not a long time after, but shortly thereafter. But this is cool. I like it. Yeah, I'm definitely taking this piece home. I like that a lot. Very cool. Check out the little lounge in here. Look at the old theater seats. Those are old. They got a TV in here. They sometimes have a movie playing, or they'll have a record playing. That's cool, though. You could kick back and relax in here. I love it. Check out that little kid's Hot Wheels bike. That's it. That is cool. It's very small, and it's a little rusty. It would need a little WD-40 on there, and that thing would be good. Clean it up very well. Look at all the oldies but goodies in here. Look, more golf stuff too. A lot more. Cool. Clothing. And they have some clothing here. Not a whole lot like you would expect or think, but they have some. Some vendors have more than others. Some don't have any at all. But it just depends. Look at that. If you're a sports fan, this is the booth for you. They have all kinds of jerseys in here, like the Pirates of the Caribbean one. That's different. They have old collectibles in here, glasses, bobbleheads. That Dallas police car is pretty cool. It's ceramic. It might be a bank. Then back here they have tons of jerseys as well. They have a lot. And funny enough, what do you know? Cleveland Browns, there it is. I was waiting to see it. It's funny because I come down to Texas, and on the second day here, I saw a girl wearing a Cincinnati Bengals jersey. It was a Chad Ochocinco jersey, and I'm like, really? Here in Texas? Me being a Steelers fan, the 3 other teams in our division are rivals. So I saw the girl wearing the Cincinnati Bengals jersey, and then a couple of days later, I saw a Baltimore Ravens plush in a skill crane game at HEB, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I told Kayla, I said, now all I need to see is something from the Cleveland Browns, and what do you know? There it is. Now the only thing left, and I think I just saw it. Yeah, I think I did. No, maybe I didn't. Good. I was going to say, the only thing I need to see now are Patriots and Buccaneers crap. No offense, guys. But they're rivals. Anything with Brady on it or anything from our division. I spoke too soon. Now, there's a lot of clothing in this booth. Got some furniture in here. What's this? Estate Sales, Fort Worth, Texas. Miller's Estate Sales. That must be the vendor's name for this booth. The headboard for the bed. Let's see what else. I'll tell you what I am looking for. My boss has been looking very hard for a Yammer Yager Dallas Stars jersey, and he has had no luck, and so far I've had no luck. But I've looked every time we come down here, never find one. I know Yager played for Dallas for about a year or two, and me being a hockey fan, you know, obviously we loved him when he was a member of the Pittsburgh Penguins back in the 90s. And since he got older, he went on to other teams, and he played for numerous other teams. And there are fans just like my boss that like to collect a jersey from like all the other teams he played for. But the Stars is the one team he just cannot find a jersey for, and I can't either, no matter how hard I look for one. Ooh, flashy. We're finally heading down the final aisle of this place. I've tried to show you as much as I could. Like I said, I apologize for not being able to show you everything in here. I know this video is still quite long. I've been in here now for well over an hour. No surprise there. It's very easy to do. I love the stars up there. Not that one, though. I'm a Penguins fan. No offense. Just kidding, guys. I gotta have a friendly rivalry and joke about teams that I root against. Now, it's funny, when we played the Stars in the past, and Kayla and I went to see the Penguins play the Stars at the Consol Energy Center, as I still call it. You know, she was obviously rooting for Dallas, and I was rooting for my Pens. And, you know, honestly, I would have been happy if the Stars won, just to see her happy. But the Pens put a hurting on them that night. I think we had won like 6-2. I wasn't complaining, though. And we still had a great time, and she did, too. Not to mention, I've turned her into a Penguins fan as well. But this was cool. Wow, look at that. I know some people love collecting those. I have one. It's not quite as large as that. It's a little bit smaller. But those things are quite big. And they are heavy. Like I said, mine's probably, if I had to make a guess, probably about, I don't know, that's about 3.5 feet tall. Mine's probably closer to like 2.5 feet tall, maybe 3 feet. It's a little smaller, but that's cool. Reading the tag on it too, it has, they put one of those little
devices inside to program it like I got for mine. I got a little module I bought on eBay and was able to program it to where I wanted it. And they want $195 for this. And you know, it's funny, the one that I found, like I said, it's a little bit smaller. Probably only comes up to about here anyway, and the bulbs are a little bit smaller as well. I paid $25 for it at a thrift store that they had no idea what it was worth. Talk about a score. Fancy chandeliers. Look at all the lights. All the cool lights. Those are fancy. That one's a step back in time. My mom still has one like that in her house from when my grandparents were alive. Very cool. Look at the rodeo and Big Ben. Very cool. Old cassettes, old tapes, Indiana Jones, a guitar. And I think on that note, I think we'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Well, that was a fantastic shopping trip. I hope you guys enjoyed the store tour. I ended up getting that Walmart truck for myself and those 2 glasses for my boss. And it was fun. I wish Kayla and her mom and brother would have been with me. It's awfully lonely when you're in there by yourself. But the funny thing is, when we go to these antique malls and we go all together like that, I'm usually the last one out of the store, even if I'm not doing a video. By the time I leave these antique malls, everybody else is in the truck in the AC. So it's probably best that I came out here by myself, because, like I said, I can spend hours in there, and I just spent about 2 hours in there today. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a lot of fun, and I know people love the one I did at the South Cooper Street Antique Mall, and the one at 377 down there in Stephenville. But I hope you enjoyed the video here. And if you're in the area, definitely check this place out, support them, give them your business. These are great people, great store. You won't leave disappointed. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care and stay awesome. And on Kayla's behalf, have a Benbrook Antique Mall-licious day. Bye, everyone.